Hello, welcome to your fairy tale wedding show. I am your host, Claudia Chan. Today, in the episode, we are going to talk about everything that has to do with glamming up. And we have Faye Smith from Faye Smith Makeup and Hair with us today to, of course, talk about makeup and hair. I'm super excited. Hello, Faye.
Hello.
Welcome to come on the show with me.
Thank you for having me.
So exciting. Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about who you are and how you got into makeup and hair?
Absolutely. My pleasure. Well, I am Faye Smith. I have lived in Vancouver in Canada for 12 years now, and I am originally from England.
Mm-hmm.
My story began where I was just a 19-year-old not knowing what to do with life, and I took makeup part-time while I worked at a restaurant. And my teacher started hiring me to work on opera sets with her. And I started to get a feel for what a really cool career makeup and hair could be. So I began the quest to get into the movie industry, actually.
Wow.
I flew all the way to Canada for 11 months to go to Blanche McDonald, where I learned everything about makeup, including special effects, prosthetics, airbrush. And after school, I definitely dabbled in the movie industry, but I discovered a love for bridal. I was in a bar one night, and being all savvy as I am, I gave a woman a business card because I overheard that she was engaged. So I gave her my business card and she booked me. I hired my friend who was in school with me to help me because it was such a big group of people and I knew I couldn't do it by myself. And that's when Faye Smith Agency began. That was about 11 years ago, 12 years ago now. I'm losing count.
Wow. So after you flew to BC to do your study, you stayed in Canada then?
I did. And honestly, the main reason for that at the time was, as my mother predicted, she knew I was going to meet a boy. So, the first weekend I went out to a nightclub, I fell madly in love with a guy on the opposite side of the dance floor. And it was him that encouraged me to stay for a little bit. But by the time that didn't work out, after 2.5 years, my career was already really well established and going well. So I stayed for my career at that point.
Oh, that's very nice. And I know that recently you just moved to Toronto to expand. Can you tell us a little bit more about your company itself in the Toronto business?
Absolutely. So I haven't actually moved to Toronto. I still live in Vancouver. I'm here in Vancouver right now in my beauty salon, which is called Prim Proper. We expanded the hair and makeup agency to Toronto. So in the end of January, I went there to get to meet the team that I signed on. Faye Smith Agency, we have now almost 100 stylists all over Canada, 12 of which are in Toronto. So we did the Wedlux wedding show. We got to meet all the wedding vendors, a lot of bride-to-bes. I went to a ton of networking events. We've had our first few inquiries in Toronto, and I am really excited to get lots of bookings for our stylists there. We have a lot of talented stylists on our team in Toronto.
That's super exciting. So let's talk about hair and makeup. Now, I know a lot of ladies out there who are very much into makeup and hair, and they probably know a lot, way more than I do, because I don't know anything about makeup and hair. Now, why would you still want to hire a beauty expert to do your makeup and hair on the big day, even though you are one or consider one yourself?
Honestly, I have had this conversation with a lot of different people. I've been very honored to get to style hair and makeup for fellow hair and makeup artists. Obviously, in that situation, you have to find someone you really trust, but even makeup and hair artists hire people to do their hair and makeup on their wedding day. I know for sure, last year I got married and I had people help me with mine. There's nothing more that you should be doing on your wedding morning than sitting, enjoying a glass of Prosecco while everybody else takes care of your beauty. I made the mistake of not hiring someone to help with my bridesmaids and my mom's hair and makeup, so I ended up working on my wedding morning, which I was like, why would I hire a professional? I can do this myself. But really, it's stressful if you're having to try and race against the clock to get ready on time. If you hire professionals, you know that they're going to keep time on track, and if you don't like what they've done, they're going to fix it for you. They're there to pamper you.
Definitely, you do not want to get more stressed out on your big day than you have to.
Yes,
you just want to let everything be taken care of for sure on the big day. And congratulations, by the way, for your getting married. So exciting. So now for the ladies who are getting their hair and makeup trials done, is there anything they should do to prepare themselves for these appointments?
So definitely, if you find a stylist that you really love their work, I highly recommend securing them with the contract and deposit and saving your trial to a more relevant time. Some people want to have a trial done before they confirm their booking, which is fine, but a lot of time goes by. You know, you need to have your dress, you need to have your flowers organized, your color scheme,
Mhm.
you need to have your venue, you need to know what the style of your wedding is going to be so you can pick a suitable look that's going to match all of that. So yeah, definitely come in with an idea of what your wedding is all about and what you want to look like as a bride. Look on Pinterest, screenshot photos, look on Instagram, have a good idea of what you want, and then come in with an open mind and to ask for advice for sure. Your stylist is there to give you advice and suggest things. In the end, your opinion, of course, is the most important thing. Some general preparation for the wedding day and for your trial. Definitely facials are a great idea. I recommend chemical peels are amazing, or exfoliants are wonderful to buff off the dead layer of the skin and leave you nice and shiny and hydrated. And with hair, generally your stylist is going to want you to wash and blow dry your hair the day before. Everybody always thinks they should have very, very, very clean hair, but actually clean hair is not the best for styling. One day old is best.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that, but that's good to know. Now, so that means you do suggest that the bride would have their wedding dress picked out before they get their makeup and hair trial done.
Definitely, because you know, a look that you would create for a bohemian outdoor beachy kind of wedding would be a very different look than if you were having a ball gown, tiara, princess, chandelier kind of look. It's your hair and makeup needs to match the occasion.
That is true. So now could you share with us our brides-to-be 3 to 5 secrets of skincare that they can do to make sure that they have glowing, beautiful skin?
Absolutely. And honestly, having good skin is going to make your makeup that much better. A lot of people don't want to wear heavy foundation, and the secret to not having to wear heavy foundation is having great skin. So top tips, easy one, drink a lot of water. Hydration is extremely important. Tip number 2, exfoliate, but don't over exfoliate. I like Eminence Organics Strawberry Rhubarb Dermafoliant. It is an extremely light exfoliant that you can just use at home 2 to 3 times a week, and it's just going to keep that rough layer of skin off the top and your skin always nice and glowy. Obviously, moisturizer is wonderful. I recommend using a heavier night cream at nighttime and a lighter one during the day. And a good diet. If you know that that chocolate bar or that bread, that pizza is going to make you break out, just don't do it.
Yeah, the week before or the 2 weeks before, if you can just hold off, it's best for the photos and the big day, right?
Yeah, and like if you have great skin, you feel great.
Yeah, for sure. We're coming to a close, so I know that you have a free gift for our viewers. Would you be able to tell us what that is?
I do. So I would like to give any new bride-to-be a 20% discount on absolutely all of her services for the wedding day. When you are planning a wedding, and I know because I got married last year, it's expensive, every little thing adds up, every little saving counts. So 20% off any hair and makeup service, your entire contract, that's going to save you a decent amount there. You can put it towards your honeymoon.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Faye. I had such a great time chatting with you today. Really appreciate all the tips and tricks that you shared with us. Thank you so much again for coming on the show with me.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.